Well, it's a busy time right now for University of Arizona President Dr. Robert Robbins, who was on Capitol Hill on Thursday discussing the future of college football and NIL deals. Nick Saban was there, Charlie Baker, the president of the NCAA, trying to come up with some sort of uniform legislation that governs all 50 states. No decisions were made on Thursday, but definitely some very productive conversations. And Dr. Robbins joined us here on Arizona's Family and the Extra Point podcast to discuss the developments. Can you set the scene for us today in the nation's capital? What was the vision and what was accomplished?
Well, I think we were looking to try to define the future of college athletics and focused on the issues around solutions to the multitude of problems we have. We had discussions about name, image, and likeness, about conference realignment, about the transfer portal. And, I think it was a really great group of people that spanned the spectrum from politicians to the new president of the NCAA to commissioners, athletic directors, coaches, presidents and chancellors, the media, representatives from elected officials. So I think it was fantastic.
Where does it go from here?
Well, I think the consensus was that we've talked a lot and it's time for solutions. And my hope is that, and I think there's a lot of enthusiasm because the ACC commissioner and the SEC commissioner were in the halls of Congress at the Capitol talking to legislators. And I think we've all agreed there's got to be some national solution to some of the issues, particularly around NIL. I think that's probably what we'll see movement on in the first iteration of this. There won't be a panacea or a holistic approach that Congress is likely to take all in one bill. But I think there is hope that there would be some sort of legislation that puts some standardization and a national framework around name, image, and likeness.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, this was your idea and kind of your brainchild to bring all of this together, correct?
Yes.
So once you got everybody together on the same page, how similar were the frustrations when it comes to, I guess, not having a lot of guardrails here?
Yeah, I think that was why it was so easy to plan this. And my sense is there's a lot of bipartisan interest in Congress about it as well, because they're obviously hearing from their constituents and most of the country are big college sports fans, and they want to see something done to help advance the health of college athletics. So I think it's the right time. It's certainly a chaotic time when you look at the transfer portal and NIL and all the issues that we're grappling with, the big media contract and conference realignment. So my hope is that during the summer, there will be something that comes out of committee, the House and Senate Commerce and Energy Committees, and that it'll be socialized, as members go home and hopefully voted on in the fall.
And how much did the players have a voice today, do you feel like?
Yeah, we had a couple of incredible students that participated. We had 4 panels, so 2 students who were able to make it out, and they were obviously very articulate. And the idea of having their voice heard on Capitol Hill. There's a college student association that gives them the opportunity to go directly to Capitol Hill, but clear consensus, there needs to be more of the student voice heard on Capitol Hill. And moreover, I think we all do a good job of listening to our students, but we can do even more, especially around NIL deal for women athletes.
When it comes to just today's developments, how much you've got the Pac-12, what the future of that looks like. How much does today's developments, I guess, get the ball rolling on all of this as you work through? I would imagine, your phone was buzzing all day.
Yeah, the hallmark of the good meeting is I did not look at my phone until 4 o'clock. Just did not. Now that means I got to go catch up on a bunch of emails, but I just put it down because I was hanging on to every word. I mean, there were some great panelists, and the people who attended in the office. We also had several of the collectives that were there that participated in panels and the discussion. And as with all these meetings, a lot of the great discussion were at the breaks. So I'm pretty excited about how it all came off, and very appreciative of all the people who came and participated.
Well, it was a great brainchild that you came up with, getting everybody on the same page today. I know it's been a busy day. Before we do finish the conversation, because I know you want to catch a flight here, but we have been talking about this. We've been talking about the future of the conference, what's trying to forecast everything here. So as we look at the 10 schools still left in the Pac-12, looks like they've all banded together and they've committed to each other. What's the next step there for the Pac-12?
Well, I think it's to obviously get our media deal codified. That's what we've all been waiting on, patiently waiting, and I think we're going to hear something very soon.
Well, hey, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it. I know it's a busy day, and we appreciate hearing from you here in Arizona's family.
Okay, thank you for having me on your show.
The Extra Point Podcast is a production of 3TV, CBS 5, and azfamily.com in Phoenix, Arizona.